Hey guys.
Hey people.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone. How are we all doing?
Yeah, I think birthday wishes are in order.
I don't know about that one. I am Eliz.
I'm Lilyemma.
Welcome back to Blonde Vibrations.
Eliz's birthday episode.
Oh my god, isn't this so crazy?
Guys, Eliz posted for her birthday and we all pretended we didn't know it was her birthday in the comments and she got really upset.
So cruel. And editor Becky got in on it, I think.
Yeah.
Editor Becky got in on it and Manny got in on it. Yo,
Caitlin got in on it.
Caitlin, like, oh, sorry, forgot it was your birthday. Happy birthday. My last straw.
Oh.
It wasn't. It was actually like 3 days after my birthday as well. It's been a few days.
But we're here. If you watched my birthday episode, you'll kind of know what to expect from this.
Seems like just yesterday.
I know, doesn't it? We always say, like, we act like our birthdays are really close together and we always want to do joint things.
They're not close.
They're not close, but, like, it feels like they're getting closer. I don't know if it's just because we're, like, busier nowadays.
And we extend... Your birthday was quite extended because we had your day and then the weekend after we were still doing things.
Which is...
And the other day we saw Lizzie, who gave us a joint birthday present.
Yeah.
So your birthday genuinely got extended to mid-April.
Well, I've still not got my present from Grace.
And I know what that is. What if I just told you right now?
Got what I was saying now, but yeah, you kind of know what to expect. It's like heavily inspired by it, but also mixed up a little bit so that it's like actually a bit different.
At the end of the day, it's inspired by Billy.
Yeah,
Eilish.
Billy.
But yeah,
Billy.
I'm gonna hand it completely over to the interviewer. Because the thing is, when I'm on here, even though contrary to what people in real life believe, I'm a bit of a yapper. It's hard to just shut up and then be like, okay, what's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, not with you, but with people that I'm comfortable with, I feel like I guide a conversation a little bit. Like, I like to be like, so on to this. I just gotta let you do it. So I guess we're just gonna do it.
Nervous. Okay.
So I'm so sorry to anyone in those voice waves.
So
I don't love you anymore.
God, another year we're as annoying as ever.
Whoa, a moment of silence for everyone that's going to be annoyed by us this year. Because we've aged up. Go on.
So, kind of the beginning takes shape like the last one did. So don't expect anything too exciting. But what did you do for your birthday this year?
So, today on my today. It's my birthday.
Like, surprise! And Liz wanted to record this on her birthday and I was like, no.
Well, because there'd be like blank spaces in time. I feel like, and I will get on to like what I've done, but I feel like with days, particularly Christmas, well, I have this, I don't know if anyone else does, where like there's moments of things going on, but then there's also like chunks of time which are really like unaccounted for.
Yeah.
And we had that this year on my birthday because, so now I'll tell you.
Yeah, give us the rundown.
I wake up, I wash my hair because it was really greasy because there was too much product in it from the last time I washed it.
Waking up in like glamour.
In the same hoodie that I just don't wash. And so yeah, I washed my hair, came downstairs to a lovely breakfast spread. We cracked some fortune cookies. You got, what was it? You will meet a Bradley Cooper lookalike.
Yeah.
I guess that's for better or for worse, do you find him attractive?
Neither which way.
Because I know some people are really into him. I can't remember what mine was. Oh, was mine the Wednesday one?
I think so, yeah.
It was, you will experience something new on Wednesday. Birthday was on Friday. Today is actually Wednesday, so we'll see what is experienced today and if there's anything really like novel. Then got ready for the day. We went into Shoreditch together and I actually went and got a tattoo. Oh, this is kind of good. I can maybe show it to those who are watching and not listening. Well, you can't. Well, you can actually see a fair bit of it. It's really
I don't want to scratch.
dry now, to be honest with you. But there it is. It's a traditional fan. I got it by Baby Rocks from Leicester. So thank you for that. And then came home,
I brought you a blank street while you were getting tatted.
That's true. I had a blueberry matcha and iced one. Then came home, and that was kind of then the unaccounted for time a bit, right? We just chilled for a bit.
Yeah.
Until it was dinner time. And we went to Club Mexicana, which we've been to before. But I actually had something different. I'm such a taco girl these days. However, had to get those nachos.
Oh, we got those chips, didn't we?
Oh, of course. We went Box Park and got some loaded chips because we just completely
God, they were so good.
missed lunch. Mine was, they were called the Jack Fries. It was jackfruit on fries, and it had some vegan cheese that didn't melt. And anything else?
Spring onion.
Probably. Yourself?
Mine had halloumi, spicy mayo, smashed avocado, and cheese. And it was so, like, I miss them.
And then, so in the evening we went to Club Mexicana. They gave me a free tequila shot.
Oh, I wish I could show you guys the video of Eliz doing a shot.
You can put it in if you want. Sorry, but why do people do tequila shots?
You didn't even make it to the line.
There's so many. I'm so grateful to Club Mexicana for giving it to me. #gifted, but still, there's so many other things in the world that you can shot that's better. I love the salt bit, but it wasn't. It was almost like the tahini salt, wasn't it? It was a spicy kind, and then to the tequila, and I couldn't even get to the lime because it was just, oh my god! And I felt like a baby.
Have you never done a tequila shot before?
I mean, I might have, but I don't do the lime and the salt. If I've ever shot anything, it would just be to the core, just get it done, maybe with a chaser. But I really felt like a baby that was learning to use its own mouth. It felt like it was just coming out of my mouth, and I was like, I have to pat it down because I don't know what's going on right now. I'm so glad they didn't make me do it in front of them.
Yeah.
Because then even have you ever even
Are you
have you used a glass before? I don't understand. Is this your first ever drink? But I wanted it to be a Modern Family.
Yeah.
Where who is it? Haley.
She's like,
yeah, and then she's like, oh, it burns. It could have been like that, but no, I don't have the composure.
No, thank you, Ella.
I'm like, I can't do it anymore. So I feel like my lips are swelling after as well. But you wouldn't think I actually do like tequila, because I then ordered a margarita.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. But I'm sorry, I just don't think, maybe that's me now in my new age, is I'm not a shotter.
No, I'm not a shotter.
I'm a sipper.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So then, we came back. And actually, how we ended it, I actually had a headache. And so I ended it with a headache, and I woke up with a migraine 2 a.m. But shortly before that, we had one little cocktail each in my room, and we watched Renee Rapp's Nardwar.
And we had birthday cake, cookie dough, ice cream.
And then we watched Dominic Fike's 14-minute, whatever it was, unreleased demos video. So we basically just watched him jog for 14 minutes and was like,
it's
good night.
We were so tired at that point. Considering if you've not got work in the morning, we'll be up till midnight easily. We were both there
oh, it was just a tiring day in a good way. Used up energy positively, but watching those 14 minutes, 8 minutes in, I was thinking are we sure this isn't an hour? This is
really long.
My eyes were dragging down. I have to call it a day. Bless up, happy birthday. And that's what I did.
And that was your day. And then you went home at the weekend.
You came with me.
Yes.
My partner for.
I'm a partner substitute, aren't I?
All intent. What's the actual for it? Intensive purposes. Intense and purposes.
Intense.
I don't know. There's one that people think it is and one that it really is.
Sure.
She's the substitute. That's what it is, really. And what did we do? We took ourselves for lunch and we just chilled. Went to Primark the next day. Had some Biscoff cake. Yeah. It was a good time. Went to my dad's cafe. That would do it.
Yeah. So what is the one word you'd use to describe her birthday this year?
Edible, I would probably say.
That's so not what I was expecting you to say.
Way. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was food. We literally made Bumble profiles last night, and one of the things I put was foodie, which is true. If all else fails, food got you. Yeah, truly. For every waking moment was a different kind of food.
Oh my god, we ate so much food that weekend, didn't we?
Burgers, nachos, fries, like
bacon bagel,
vegan melt in the middle fish pie, hash browns. Like that was such a understated, like underrated little meal that we had. Pull apart vanilla brioche. With custard in the middle.
That was nice.
I could talk about
fortune cookies.
I could talk about food forever. So yeah, it was edible.
Cheese twists.
Or maybe well, foodie's not the word. What is it where you're? What's the word? There's one on Sims where like you're really into food like a bit too much. It's not gregarious. That's something else. Gluttony. That's the word.
Gluttony.
Gluttonous is the word for my birthday.
Yeah, it was. I was saying this to someone, I can't remember who, but I was saying like we ate so much that like you'd have a drink and you'd feel full again, and it'd be like all you've just had is a Diet Coke, but all of a sudden you feel like you've just eaten like a whole like roast dinner.
We wanted to get a roast on Sunday. I just feel like I would have popped.
Yeah,
like there was no room for anything else. I'm just like on the come down from all the food.
It was so worth it.
And now I just think back about that food with like fond memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, gluttonous. That's the word. And then probably also inked.
Gluttonous and inked.
What more could you want?
Oh.
And fraye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they were my words. They're quite good words, to be fair.
Yeah.
And maybe like no, that's all.
Considering you asked for one word, like, yeah, I feel like you don't need to add more.
The whole vocabulary for the day.
So while we're talking about, like, memories and, like, looking back at things fondly, what was, like, one or, like, top three, if you can't decide, like, favourite or, like, most memorable moment of your past year?
I'm such a nostalgic person.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Everything's a memory. This right.
You have
like,
favourites.
No, I know, but like as my like starting point.
Yeah.
Everything is a memory. I'm aware that like this sounds so cringe. I'm aware that memories are being made when they're happening. Like like thought like daughter.
I'm so present at the moment.
Low key. I would say, okay, standouts, Lana Del Rey. I could cry thinking about it. Hearing Young and Beautiful live.
Yeah.
And I actually feel like it just happened because I've watched 2 Coachella sets. That was just crazy. The whole day.
That was something you'd waited for a long time as well.
I've waited years for that moment to hear that. And actually the entire day is a memory because you had to get through the harshest, most long, hot, painful part of the day. And then it actually felt like just ascending to heaven.
Yeah.
Hearing A&W, like seeing the monologue.
Yeah.
All of it was just great, crying. Similarly, Billie Eilish at Leeds Festival.
Yeah.
A very similar thing. Tears, laughter, joy.
That was a good set.
That was amazing. And we just got Billie Eilish tickets for next year.
Woo!
So actually no, I was going to say when you ask this time next year, it won't have happened yet, but Lana will have at Reading Festival.
Deja vu. Billy at Leeds, Lana at Reading.
I feel like a lot of my memories are always music related because I feel like that is like top hobby. Really enjoyed. When was that? I don't know actually. Who else have we seen this year? It feels like no one and everyone at the same time.
There's been too many, hasn't there?
Yeah. I'm trying to think like other.
We had a Harry summer.
We did have a Harry summer. That's wild. We saw Harry this summer. No way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm shocked by that. And Barn on the Farm as well.
Yeah.
The fact that was all in this this age.
It feels too long, I think, because it's like last year, but also like last April.
Yeah. Oh, because I can't picture last May. I don't know. Other than that, I think a good memory was getting a new job. Which I know isn't like a memory like that. I feel like everything we ever do, I really value time with people and friends.
Yeah.
Every time we do something, every time someone came to visit, spending a lot of time with Manny. Yeah. That's like good memories. I feel
like that year was like the year that we really like solidified a friendship with him.
Yeah. If you're watching this, Manny, you've made it into my top memories of this year. Every time we've seen Becky. NAS Festival with
Yeah.
Becky. That was so good.
I feel like that's like what is it, Black Horse? Like
Dark Horse.
There you go. It's like, well, what, like, why?
There was no need.
But it
like,
was just such a nice like day all together.
like getting the Pret in the morning, being like absolutely rained on, having those random tins that just turned out to be really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just lovely. Even like the car journeys. I really like car journeys.
Yeah.
Like even that in itself is a memory, being at home, like driving around, listening to music with all the music that's released this year. Like, I love it. Love memories. But now when you ask me, like,
what's a specific standout one?
Let me just like real quick. Okay, more memories that I just remembered. Fashion Week.
Yeah,
that was within this last year.
That's within your year.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that we even did any of that and was kind of like involved in a certain way to Fashion Week, and like I will always look back at that fondly now.
Yeah,
it was lovely. The Amy Lynn show, amazing. That after party, the bi rotation after party, amazing. And then I will cut myself off and say, because I know we've spoke about this in some capacity somewhere, but when we were listening to Girl in Red outside of All Points East at the end of summer with Caitlin, because Caitlin was living in London at that time, just being sat there listening to it. And this is just to like take a little bit of insight into my brain. The memory is walking away from the fence, looking through, listening to it, and then turning around and watching you two have a conversation. You two having a conversation. I was there for a while, like, oh, that's my friend, filming it and making a TikTok of it. So, like, I now have that memory forever through my eyes. Yeah. But that was really nice.
We really became a trio when she moved to London. Like...
Yeah, and making the Aperol spritz on the park, but then moving over to the bench, and then Arlo Parks walking past us.
Yeah.
Like, that all in one memory.
Arlo Parks in Victoria Park.
And the fact that we left so late on, and
came back and got Virga.
Rip Virga. That was a memory of
pain.
Finding out on my birthday that Virga shut down. No,
yeah,
but
that's mean.
Walking back from Victoria Park so late, but it being so light. The light is a memory.
And we still sat outside, didn't we, when we got home, and it was so late.
And Caitlin met Olivia for the first time.
Yeah. Oh my god, Olivia was moving in.
Yeah, like. Just summer times.
Yeah.
I'll cut myself off there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like, when you think about that year, do you think there's like a specific fashion trend or like outfit combo or like even like a specific few outfits that really like that was my year? Like that's what I will look at in like 10 years time and be like, yeah, that was that year.
I feel like a lot of what I look back on, I'm going to be like, what the hell was I wearing? That's so funny, but not in a it looks bad way, just like that's so funny that's what you were like into. So I don't look back at things and necessarily think like, ew. Yeah. But I'm just like, that's so
crazy.
Funny. Yeah,
like that's crazy that was like a normal outfit for me.
Yeah, like what a time. I think this year in terms of like outfit choices, I've really gone down the route of like comfort, but not because I feel like I have to cover myself up, which it used to be that case, but now it's more comfort because I enjoy dressing like that. And examples of that would probably be like the jersey style things and like shorts or like big jean and a big blocky top. Like I enjoy wearing that because I think it looks cool. Will I look back at it and think like that's doing nothing for you? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it.
Does an outfit need to?
Yeah. And on the flip side, I feel like I've kind of got more versatile in what I'm wearing. It's not the same thing every day. Like one day it is that, and then one day it's more like feminine vibes like this. Well, this is kind of like a combination, but I feel like the flowy skirts I've really been into a lot. I randomly brought out of retirement this pair of like shorts with like frill on the bottom with bows. And although I've only worn it like 3 times, that was in April, March time. I really like it.
You bought a lot of skirts.
Yeah. I think I'm just trying out a lot more. And next up is peplum.
Yeah. But I think that like black denim cargo skirt, that was such a moment in time, and your gingham Dams and Madder, like those are such like
like that's
like
me.
tunnel memories.
I think like, and this is what I set out to do in the summer as well, was I want to enjoy what I'm wearing more on the days that I'm wearing them, because I wear a uniform 5 days a week. So even if it is like and I've started to do this, getting dressed in the morning. Even if I have work at 1 and I'm changing, I'll still put on a nice outfit in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I can look back and be like, oh, that's what I wore on that day. And it wasn't just like you were in a white shirt and trousers because you were going to work.
Yeah, and you can kind of still, because you do really like fashion, so it'd be a shame for you not to be able to wear the clothes you want to wear.
Yeah, because that's
5 days a week.
That was like one of the only things I miss about working at Urban Outfitters is you could, like, if you wanted to just stunt one day, like, you just kind of could.
Yeah, you really could wear whatever you wanted to wear.
And yeah, actually, we kind of have to put a mention to the era of this last year that I was still working at Urban, because the denim skirt and big top combo.
What denim skirt?
Either my like denim coloured one, or my black satin slip skirt and a big top. That era, I would just wear that to work most days. Like, amazing, never failed me. Big cowboy top, big pink reclaimed vintage top. Like, my big Lana top with my gilet. Oh, like, I would still wear them now, and I probably will
in the summer.
I think that's kind of something that will always be, like, it will change a little bit, but I like to think I'll look back at that and think, like, that's a bit of a staple for me, who I am.
I feel like, you know those books where you can, like, cut out the clothes and put them on? I feel like there'd be a page for, like, your urban outfits. Like,
those are the days.
And it was the way that you would, like, accumulate more items, but they would fit within that realm, because obviously you were working at Urban, so you were seeing more stuff. I feel like as much as that time was, like you were working at Urban, I feel like it was really, like, transitional in your fashion. Which is weird, because you wouldn't think that working in Urban Outfitters would do that. But I think it kind of, like, you really had the chance to, like, trial things out, because you were around clothes all day, so you would kind of find yourself trying on things. Like, you tried on that, denim leather skirt, which you never would have tried on. Like, you didn't get it, but, like, I feel like because you were, like, around clothes all the time, you kind of started seeing them as clothes rather than, like, things on you.
I think Urban Outfitters as a company aside, I needed a job, I needed money, and, like, the fast fashion element aside, I enjoyed being around clothes, and that would, like, that kept up my like for things. But if I would have gone into, like, some random retail job with things I didn't care about at all, then it would have been a whole different outcome. But at least with that, it was like, oh, I'm seeing clothes come in. And when you'd see, like, House of Sunny stuff come in, I'd be like, oh my god, there's a celebrity in the store. Like, when I saw, and I know exactly how I'm gonna pair it now, this House of Sunny leather waistcoat that came in, oh my god, I saw my manager put it on the line to put out for sale, and I went and took it immediately, but I was on the front and I had nowhere to put it. I just carried it around for a while, and then I had to put it back up and just watch it. Like, I couldn't let it out of my sight, and I got it in the end, and it's just beautiful. But seeing things come in like that, I was like, this is why I do it. It was like The Simpsons Do It For Her, but it was all of your the House of Sunny garments. Do it for them.
Was there any others that you got there? That pink cardigan that neither of us have worn.
This was obviously before. This was like the year before, but my purple, the purple House of Sunny.
You got that before you were at Urban.
Yeah, the coat I got from there from Urban started that collab in my mind that you can get House of Sunny at Urban. And I tried a couple of other things on, but I think that's it. There might be more, but I can't think in this moment. I got a Damson camera bag case as well for Sophie for her birthday. That was a random find. It was good though. I think that's it, from what I can think of.
I think so. I can't think of, like, another outfit that, like, I can picture you in.
No. I like all my clothes. Like,
I liked your shorts era in the summer.
I can't wait for shorts era again.
Like, shorts and boots.
And I have more tattoos now to show for it.
Yeah, that's true. That adds to the outfit.
That's an outfit within itself.
Like, I don't know. It just changes the vibe when you have, like, more tattoos. Because what tattoos did you get this year?
What, like, that I didn't have last summer?
Like,
or
this.
Oh, what I got in this. I got my wedding chapel. So I obviously got the one on my back, but that technically doesn't really count. What else did I get? I think I got the barbed wire at the start of last summer, because I got it burnt at Barn on the Farm, and I thought I'd ruined it. I got my lady on my leg. I got honeymoon. That's not. And that might be it. that was a couple of days before my birthday last year. I think that's it. I went for more like big quality over like small quantity. They can be small and still quality, but
you know, because it's like kind of tucked away.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's a wedding chapel, and it says wedding chapel. Cupid's wedding chapel, to be precise, and it's Vegas.
Yeah.
One day when I go to Vegas, that's gonna burst the bubble I have of it. I bet.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that like it is what you make of it.
That's why I'll be saving up so I can make a lot of it.
So we've kind of like been looking back, and this is kind of the last one of like looking back at the past year, is that like what advice would you give yourself a year ago? So like you sat here a year ago, like April 2023.
That's so difficult.
It's hard because you have already made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to...
Like, I would probably just say it's not all up, but it's somewhere. Like, it's not straight ahead. It's not necessarily steep down. It's not necessarily steep up, but it's somewhere. Not linear. I guess that would probably be it.
Yeah.
Like, it just is. And that's also fine.
I think it's like seeing progress. It's not like an upwards line, but more like ongoing. Like everything you do is kind of going onto that straight line, and sometimes things go up, but like even if you're just like existing and getting through the day, you're still making progress because the line itself is the progress, not like the movement up.
Yeah, and I think she knew this, but it's also nice to remind yourself from the year on that like whatever steps you're taking, even if they're like pushed back at the time, like you're still gaining more confidence to do it again, or you're realizing maybe that's not exactly what I wanted. The whole rejection is redirection thing, like all of that, just tell her that if it seems like the doors keep closing, they are, but like one will open, or there might be a crack that you can then at least look in and see what's going on, get the information from what's going on in there, even if it closes after, which I know is a really weird thing to say.
No,
but
I know
it is true.
mean.
Like, you won't get everything, you won't get most things from experience, but the things you can even gain from it in the slightest is still better than what you had before. You can look in the door and see what's going on. Yeah. Then you'll know to talk about that next time. Things like that. Also, it's just like, don't send boys memes, like, please. Like, just
oh my god,
don't, like, if I could just strangle you and just say, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone around you finds you cringe.
I didn't find you cringe.
Yeah, but looking back a year ago, just sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I think, but it wasn't any fault of your own because it was the like situation that you were in, as well as like other parts of your life that were happening. I think it was a bit of like a, not immature in like a you were so immature, but just in like a surface level phrasing of immature. I think sometimes your behaviour towards certain situations were immature, but I don't think it was like you were being,
it wasn't going out of my way.
Yeah, it was just the situation meant that you weren't quite in the right place to be like heavily communicating like you would now. Like, I feel like now you would speak to people like eloquently with like maturity.
I think I realised that then as well, because like I cut off situations in the end, but like
why are you communicating through memes? Like, you're grown adults, you know what I mean?
Like, you can relate to that too, to be fair. I think we all can.
Like, just put it in words. Like, we don't need to send each other like that little kind of style of Instagram meme that's like the background and just the words.
We don't need to be putting them on our close friends either. We don't need to be putting any potential suitors on our close friends. Maybe that's something we can all take away from that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, going into things with like communication.
Also, maybe for her last year is you don't need to be talking to someone, to be fair. Like, you don't have to be just because they're there.
Yeah.
Or like you think you want it, you don't necessarily. This maybe is like a better way of putting that. It's like, even if you think you like someone, if you're not in the headspace to be taking anything on, just don't.
Yeah.
You can try and pick something up later. It's fine, and that goes for like romance or anything. Literally anything else. If you're not in a good headspace, don't take on more than you have to.
Yeah, because if it's meant to be, then it will be at a later date when you can kind of approach it with more like level-headed.
Yeah, the person or the thing or the people will just either be around or they won't, and that's that.
Yeah, and there's no point trying to force something just because it's there in the moment.
There we go.
You got some wisdom this year. Like, you put that in meme format for me to understand, please.
It feels like blind leading the blind a little bit. But I've not done the memes.
But you're slightly less blind than you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you've got like your frontal lobe fully developed and like.
But like I've gone up like a 0.25 in the vision.
Yeah,
maybe.
like you've upped your prescription.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it is like.
We've corrected the stigmatism.
Yeah, like I don't think it's necessarily that like you're just yapping without any thought behind it. Like you're basing on experience that you've had and growing from it.
Yes.
So then how would you... God, we're looking at like 3 different versions of you. So if we're looking at you a year ago, so like Eliz, well, she wouldn't have been 1.0, but for the sake of this, 1.0.
23.0.
You're Eliz 2.0. Yeah, that's good. Eliz 23. Eliz 24. And then Eliz 25. What would you like to see you achieve in like whatever way, whether that's like mentality or like... whatever in the next year?
This is crazy because I hate the thought of like thinking about myself or talking about myself or just like analysing.
It's nice to do it once a year and then never again.
Just shut that. We'll put a meme up to feel better afterwards. Sorry, what was the question?
What
for next year?
What would you like to see yourself sit there next year and have achieved or be feeling?
I think, like, I'm going to need a minute to think.
You can think.
I think something that I would like to achieve, right?
Yeah.
Or have done, is take steps towards a career. I want to leave that as vague as possible because I don't want to set any unrealistic expectations or set myself up for disappointing a past version of myself, but just anything. And I think I'm already taking steps to do that. This isn't I'm starting from scratch. I'm already on the way. I just want to carry on with what I'm doing with a bit more intensity to it. I don't necessarily have to be another job. I'm so sorry if anyone can hear this, but like just anything, if it's any sort of experience or internship or just something,
networking,
right now, to say it, like it's music related, maybe just hone in on where in that. I would say any steps towards that, because that's a very, very broad like industry, and we all know I'm not going to be a singer, so if we could maybe a rapper, I don't know, but
yeah, go on.
I don't love you anymore.
Ew.
No, if we'd have listened to Kendrick a little bit more, maybe I could have done a bit of that. We don't like listen to Kendrick like that. I don't know why. Made it seem as if we're like huge fans.
Like, just not like learn the tracks, new track, yeah.
But yeah, so just take steps towards that. I think, and this might even be a higher standard, if I could achieve a level where my room is a little bit tidier, because that usually reflects how I'm feeling and doing. But if I can make that space make my mind better, like have it a bit the other way, not a reflection, but a motivation.
Yeah, I think it's a case of kind of seeing it more as like an environment that you want to exist in, rather than an environment that's kind of just there and that's yours. Do you know what I mean? Like you want it to be something that you go into and you feel happy being in. Whereas I feel like you kind of see it as like, I don't know, like you're on the way because you have things there that you want to be there, and it is shaping up to be the room you want. But it's a case of like you want a space that you want to be in.
Yeah, I think I'm looking over at it now. It's just over there. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I'd just like to continue working on that a bit more, just to make it like a nice space. And I think it's hard because I don't really spend much time in there. Or like when we do, we spend a fair bit of time in there.
We tend to spend evenings in there because it's bigger than here.
Yeah, it's either like getting ready in the morning or we're just chilling there at night. Like I never work in there. It's never a space for productivity. Production.
Maybe this.
Well, I guess. For productivity, like I'm never like spending my day in there for any reason, because I'm not here for the full
Yeah.
day most of the time.
Because your days off, you want to do something.
Yeah. So if I could just make it into a bit more of like a happier space, then that would be nice. But I don't know, it's on the way.
And the thing is with things like that is that it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Like, organising is so hard because, especially when it's just a specific room, like, you can't move this stuff anywhere while you're doing it. So I actually feel like you've done so much progress that I think that, like, you just need to kind of almost jump the last hurdle and then maintain it.
Yeah.
Because, like, layout-wise and storage-wise, you're there now. It's literally just, like, sorting out
Yeah, 'cause I'm
how
not
you want things to actually look and what, like, how you want to weigh up, like, having things easily accessible and having things, like, clear and in a way that's going to make you happy.
'Cause I'm not a slob, don't get me wrong.
No, it's
but
not dirty.
But, like, my room is the first thing to go. Of any sign of tiredness or bad or anything like that, because I don't care about it, that's the first thing to go. My outfit will still look nice. But the floor afterwards and what it takes, that will stay there for, like, days, and I don't even care.
And I think the problem is that it's not, like, you have, like, moulding plates.
No.
I think that's the hard thing.
It's clutter, not dirt.
Yeah, and it's... A lot of the time it'll be, like, somewhat organised clutter. Like, it'll be, like, piles of clothes, but, like, the piles of clothes make sense.
I'm such a... Oh, I just went to scratch my tattoo then, I won't do that. I'm such a... There's piles of things everywhere. I don't know what this says about me and my brain, or, like, as a person, but, like, I'll know where things are meant to be, or, like... But it doesn't really make sense until I explain it. Like, that's that, and that's because I'm using that tomorrow.
And it's like doing that in a way that isn't compromising the functionality and, like, the comfort that your room should give you, I think. Because, like, you can have things like that, but you can do it in, like, a strategic way that you can still, like, sit on your sofa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think it's like a final statement to achieving for next year. I feel like I'm a very grateful person. That doesn't mean I have to sit with the level of what I have. I can still try and change things. I am very, like, I'm someone, and I know you've told me to prepare quotes, so this will come into it later, but I'm so, like, something goes wrong, I still have all of these things. I'm so grateful to even be here. But I can still, like, aim for higher.
Yeah. I think that I want to do a podcast episode on that. You know, like, because I feel like there's such a culture of, like, not wanting more than what you have. And, like, you know, with, like, gratitude trends and things like that, it kind of makes for a culture where, like, you can't sometimes be a bit unhappy with how things end up. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because...
And I feel like you do sometimes struggle with that you can't take the time to, like, be like, that is crap. You kind of think, like... And there are pros to that, where you can just be like, yeah, well, it's fine, I have this. But sometimes you need to, the kind of, like, that's crap, and then you can kind of go up from that, because you've got the kind of the momentum from going down to then go up. Well,
yeah, because it's like, and this is the worst thing to quote. I understand how weird of a quote this is. I was looking for a job, and then I found a job. And I'm so miserable now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I know what you
mean. Last
mean.
year I needed a job. I had one, but it doesn't make things good.
Yeah, and I think especially, like, you kind of, sometimes you sit there, like, I was saying this to our housemate the other day, like, you will be in a job and you'll be looking for other things, and you'll be like, but I'm not unhappy in mine, and, like, I'm lucky that I have the stability to pay rent in London, and I can exist, and I can, like, pursue my passions.
But then it's like, where is the passion?
Yeah, and then you kind of, you think that, and then you stop looking for other things, but then you go through this cycle of, like, not you, but, like, you, like, go through this cycle of, like, oh, I'm not happy in my job, I look for another job, but actually no, I like my job and I like my people, and you just keep going around this cycle, and it's like, but, like, it's like that Love Island thing where it's like, yeah, you can be happy, but you can be happier.
Yeah.
Like, which is, like, at the time, everyone saw that and was like, that's such a weird thing to say, but it's true. Like, you would know if you were completely happy, and even then, I think people get in their dream jobs and they still have things they want to achieve and things they want to progress to. Like, no one ever wants to be standstill.
Yeah, like,
but
stagnant.
I think gratitude culture makes you feel like you should be happy with where you are at all times, and that you are ungrateful to have a job when there's so many people struggling to get jobs.
Yeah, because, like, I'm content, but am I happy? It's definitely the Love Island thing, and especially like, and you, if you want to do the podcast episode about it, we can stop in a second, but not in a comparison way, but I look at you and you're like really pursuing your passion.
Yeah.
I would like to do that, even if it's not to the highest level and pile and degree that you are, but like, but like, I would still like to be doing something that each day, like, if you're saying, not that you find it easy, but because you're
enjoying
doing what you love, there's the slight easy nature of it ish.
Yeah.
It's not a chore. Yeah, not a chore. I would like to find something, even if it's not like the top dog of like what I want to do, even if it's absolute entry level, but it doesn't feel like a chore. That's where I would like to be.
Yeah. I want to put a pin in it so we don't do a whole other mini episode within an episode, but that's something that other people want to hear.
I'd like to talk about that more.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're stopping because I feel like I could cry.
Yeah. Can you picture yourself? Like, can you like, my hair's going to look like this?
Next year?
Yeah, like, can you have it? Because I can kind of have an image of you.
I think my hair will be thicker.
Yeah.
My hair will be darker.
Darker but different.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have your natural colour, but I picture you with, like, highlights.
I think I will be. I don't know if, as in this time next year, like birthday, I don't think I'll have more tattoos. Next year, me might be like, haha, like you have a sleeve now.
Full leg.
Yeah. I think because I want to start like, going back to like my previous hobbies and stuff, I think I'll just look slightly more athletic. And that's not saying I want to change anything, but that's just how I fall when I'm pursuing what I like.
Hopefully a bit stronger.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
To kind of put a tone to the like athleticism, like you were very strong before.
Yeah, I love being strong. If I could look like a pole dancer, I would. Like, if I can do that this year, that's what I'd like to achieve as well, is going to a pole dancer.
Yeah.
If I can have that, be strong, like have strength, be able to pick someone up, would be great.
Yeah. I wonder what clothes you're gonna wear, because that's something we can't really predict, because like sometimes, like I feel like, especially with us, sometimes you just find an item and that just completely like 360 changes your style.
Well, yeah, the fact that I didn't own my background was, even the fact that just one day I didn't own that golf jersey, and now I own it, and that was
it revived other items of clothing in your wardrobe.
It was like the ripple effect of like finding other things that went with it, getting that Hello Kitty thing from the charity shop that I need to get the stain out of so I can wear that, and then that's what I mean, and then like other things coming into that, like just one thing changes the whole thing. It would then bring out shorts I haven't worn in ages, so I'm like, I know they go together and things like that. So I don't know what I'll wear. I don't think I'll have my septum piercing, but I might have an eyebrow piercing, but I think that's all I know. I don't know a lot of things.
But I know I might have an eyebrow piercing.
Yeah, I might.
So then the last few questions are kind of thinking about, again, kind of setting the tone for the past year. So who do you think your biggest influencers were this year? As in, like, not like influencers as in like TikTokers, but as in like who influenced you, whether that's like creatively or like behavioural, and why do you think that kind of changed you or whatever? Like, you're not changed you, but like
well, yeah, I don't know another word for influence. Some ways, I hate the first person with Billie Eilish.
But how many times can we bring up Billie in this episode?
I do feel like her, and like the people that I've been listening to a lot more, like, are talking a lot more.
I think it's nice that you kind of grew up with Billie and you've both kind of become more confident at the same time. I think that's why that's such a big influence to you.
I feel like I see myself in her a lot, so the fact that she's like back in this era, but she's also doing a lot of press and interviews and stuff, that I'm like, yay, like, I love this. Like, she's just like saying what she's saying, and I'm there in the shadows like, yeah, so true.
And you know, have you seen people be like, I don't know if this is like a conspiracy theory, but have you seen people realise that like Happier Than Ever wasn't actually Happier Than Ever?
No.
Like, it was like, she wasn't saying she was happier than ever, she was saying like, I'd like to be happier than ever. And people are saying like now you can tell she's happier. Like, I think that's really interesting, and I think that's something like that you can kind of think in your sphere where like you've had moments where you found life a bit easier, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're at your happiest. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that's really nice to see Billie do that and kind of come out of her shell and be like, there's a difference between being like surface level happy and like deep rooted happy.
Definitely. I think beyond her, I feel like just like everyone in my life, friends wise, because the circles are getting smaller, which means the people are getting better. Like, I think you and Caitlin, again mentioning her every episode, you and Caitlin pursuing dreams. That's like an influence in like I want to do that.
Yeah.
And Manny as well.
Yeah. I
All
think
these
it's nice
people.
that we're so close with our friends that we can see traits that we want to get.
Yeah.
Like, I always say that we should all be more Kate. And it sounds like I'm joking, but like, there are traits that you can see in your friends.
Live fast, Kate Young.
Yeah.
Like, and you look like Katie. Oh, I won't say her surname. But for some reason, she's just found her way into like little mottos and statements that we found. Yeah, I feel like most of the people are musicians in terms of like my favourite. Because obviously there's been such a weird like blurring of like, yeah, they're musicians, but they're also kind of influencers and creatives, and you're seeing so much more of them online now.
I feel like we're in a moment where like musicians and everything they put out is more curated by them rather than by their management.
Yeah. Like seeing like Renee Rapp and stuff as well. Like, like not that she's definitely influencing my style, I would probably say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you want to go down that route, Girl in Red too. Like these style people are coming in, but they're singers. Like it's really interesting.
Absolutely.
Feel like that maybe that's it.
Yeah, I feel like I can't even think of any like TikTokers you. Baby monkey.
Bibby monkey. Do you guys know there's this monkey called Bibby, B-I-B-I, and he's just this little small monkey that is live streamed humanely like every morning because he was rescued or something, and he has his little bottle and a onesie, and one time he was without onesie and it was uncomfortable, really very uncomfortable situation for all. Nobody wanted to see that. I think that's it. Weirdly enough, I will put in Alex Earl. Her like the way she markets herself is so admirable that not that I necessarily want to look like her, be her, or do anything similar, but I just really respect the mindset she has. And for some reason, whenever I see her online, I'm like, I can do anything.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
In a similar vein, Sabrina. I feel like Sabrina's really bringing back like the classic like blonde girl power, like comfortable in yourself. I feel like that's like
definitely. I just feel like everyone online is kind of like uplifting at the minute. Like, I hope the pendulum doesn't swing, but like right now, everyone that at least I can see, because it's all based on like algorithms, so it's good that I'm like curating this for myself, that everyone that I'm following is influencing me because I'm choosing to follow them. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. Who or what soundtracked your year?
Well, I can tell you the announcement of my birthday last year. Jack Harlow's album. So that definitely soundtracked the first bit. That coming out 2 days after was a wild start to the year. I feel like Taylor probably. Especially because we're going to see her. Like, she really has been.
Resurgence, Eras tour, film and everything.
Absolutely. And also like Nothing New. I listened to that so much in the summer. Ridiculous amounts. The one with Phoebe Bridgers, amazing, stunning work. Who else have I really been listening to? Girl in Red a lot. She brought out the album, but even before that, I just really like absolutely.
The album was well timed for your like peak and interest. Like you always liked her, but like there was like a peak. H's music, was listening to that a lot. Steven Sanchez a lot. And then him releasing the deluxe on my birthday, so probably next year we'll be talking about him again. Renee Rapp, absolutely. Her music was also really... Saw Renee. Her music was very well timed. Actually, I can probably just tell you what's on my on repeat right now, because that might be interesting to compare that to next year. Where is it? Okay, my on repeat. Well, the top one is Girl in Red and Sabrina Carpenter. And then Renee Rapp. And then Taylor Swift and Post Malone. And then Jack, Girl in Red, Ariana. Feel like that soundtracked everyone. Make You Mine Madison Beer, absolutely. The fact that Famous Girl H is up so much. And that came out 1 day before my birthday is crazy. Dominic Fike. Of course, it was a Dominic Fike summer. It was.
And I can't wait for another Dominic Fike summer. Lana Always. The battery died. But I was saying, Lana Always, every year,
I feel like she releases enough now that like she's very like secure.
Every year, and I'm just really hoping and praying that firstly it is Lasso, and Lasso comes out in September, and then I hope it's really good.
Yeah.
And then I also think weirdly Childish Gambino is like really having his moment with me again.
And I feel like you were doing that for Coachella as well. Like I don't want it to seem like you saw Coachella and was like, God, I remember him. Like Eliz listens to him all year round, so she deserves those tickets.
New album, new tour. Hopefully that'll be next year.
Yeah.
Not this year, because I can't do that. That needs to wait a few months before that announcement.
Yeah.
I feel like that's everyone music-wise. Anyone else? Peach PRC, maybe a little bit. It was very devastated to hear about Måneskin.
Yeah.
So that, like I listened to them a little bit now, but like it just makes me annoyed. So like I don't know if I can as much. I think that's it.
I feel like that's accurate.
And Daisy Jones.
Oh yeah.
And Daisy Jones.
Daisy Jones. Every year's a Daisy Jones year.
Love Daisy Jones. Coachella headliners next year.
Yeah. So finally, what are the quotes that you'd like to take into your next year?
I have some.
Know that I changed it to quotes because Eliz has already told me that she's got multiple.
This is only because if you did watch her one, she had a Taylor
I had a long
quote.
one.
So I actually have a board.
Oh!
It's just a few things. So I'll just read a couple of them. There's one that says, I am blooming even if you are no longer a witness, because to the people that aren't in our life anymore, I hate you. This one's actually a video, weirdly. I'm not sure what that is. Oh yeah. Embrace your shyness, cry in public, have big feelings, BMS.
Yeah.
Not that one. That also says do no harm, take note, SHIT. I guess that also works, but that's not from me. Look at this that I found. Separate. 25 for 25.
Nice.
We can do that. I'll come back to that though. I really like this one, and this was like where I enjoy being like a grateful person, is I'm dancing and putting things on hangers. I'm so grateful to be cleaning my room with the window open. Yeah. We have a house, we have clothes, we have excess of so many things. Yeah. We're like base level, yes, I would like to go on and do more with it. But we are so privileged and lucky. So like that is something to take forward. And then this one. The rest can go, even though I do like that. Sunshine and something funny can help restore hope.
Yeah, I like that.
Always laugh for some, but always laugh. Yeah. And then this one, let July be July, let August be August, and let yourself just be. Even in the uncertainty, you don't have to fix everything, you don't have to solve everything, and you can still find peace and grow in the wild of changing things.
I like that.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that, and it's just like, I'm going to make a very beautiful life for myself no matter what it takes. I also believe that. What else is there? Since we are actually carrying on now. The small joys are also divine. Celebrate yourself. Nobody knows what it takes to be you. How wonderful to be at all. My tender heart is bruised. How lucky am I to have one in the first place?
Yeah.
Isn't that just lovely? Like, I love all the things of just like hope core.
Yeah.
You guys know I love hope core. I don't think that might even be related. Tapping.
Oh, she got silly with it.
Tapping away on my silly little laptop, doing my silly little tasks. Facts though. And what's this one? How silly of me to forget that I'm the love of my life.
I like that.
Isn't that just lovely? And someone put really needed this. Thank you.
Only a week ago.
Wow. I will wear my favourite dress for myself.
But why is it camera?
I'm not sure. Maybe you just want to take a picture of it or something. But I feel like that's all of them.
Yeah.
I really like it. Overall, just the vibes of like, enjoy what you're doing, have more, but if there's uncertain times, laugh.
Yeah.
That's my own quote.
I feel like you've really like worked on like looking forward positively. And I feel like this episode's really shown it.
Looking on the bright side of life, even if it's a rainy day.
God, she had to make her own quote, of course. Like it wouldn't be an episode if we weren't ending on an Eliz made quote.
Well, I quoted the Smiths earlier, so I really had to like
cancel it out.
Yeah, because that was the biggest.
Put some feminine energy out there.
Yeah, that was the biggest red flag. So
God, always look on the bright side, even if it's a cloudy day.
I must have not made that up. Like that is just a like amalgamation of all of these, right? Like. I probably have seen it. I was scrolling on Pinterest, so like, there's no way I made that. Like, oh, they're all just so sweet, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't read that particularly. But, oh yeah, just before we go, The 25 before 25, which I can actually
Some
do
of these
now.
are going to be easier than others for you.
One says get a tattoo.
One says be vegan for a week.
But then one says run a half marathon.
Oh.
Watch the top 100 movies. I'm not going to do that.
100 movies.
I'm not going to do that. I don't think I can watch 100 movies in a year.
Take your parents out for dinner, I like that.
Start your career. Yeah. Travel to a new continent. It might not be a new one, but we can travel to a different continent, right? Wait. Like maybe.
Outside of Europe?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Save money for the future? Maybe. I won't be camping outside. Well, actually, if the right festival situation aligned itself,
Yeah.
and we so wanted to,
We've got a tent.
yeah, be comfortable alone. Love that. Yeah, why not? We'll see. We'll keep this for next year and see if there's any of it that I did. We're not.
Yeah. That's just the end of the interview. Well done! You did it! You're free for another year.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is really fun.
Thank you for having me on the podcast. You didn't even do it. Who would you like to have on your podcast?
Dream guest on my podcast? Probably one of my exes.
It's better when it's like just in the morning and like no one's spoken yet and your voice is all gravelly.
Yeah.
Like, dream guest on my podcast.
Dream guest on my podcast? I'm not as good as you are. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, everyone. I'll be here next
Yeah.
time as well, actually, because
I am resident.
I am one of the blonde vibrations, even if you can't tell. Damn. Thank you. And if you enjoyed this, wherever you're watching or listening, subscribe, follow, like, share. I think that's
Give us a
it.
comment.
5
Comment happy
star.
birthday to Eliz.
Or comment something. When's your birthday? Tell us when your birthday is. I like that.
Yeah.
What star sign are you? Anyone a Taurus? That's all, I think. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.
Love ya. See ya. Have a great day. Love ya. Bye.